Yo, 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 what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are finally back. Yes, it's been a hot minute since I've last posted a video. Man, just trying to get caught up on some of the rock jumping stuff, and actually had a chance to go and visit some family, so that was a nice little reprieve. But without further ado, we are going to be jumping in and getting to our top 25 stat week that I have finally gone through and pulled a lot of information. You can see here on the spreadsheet, we are going to be first looking at the top 25 current strongest servers. Last time we pulled data was on 4/1/2022, right? So we're about 3.5, almost 3.5 months past that. A decent amount has changed in that time, and that will be reflected when we show you guys the new stats, but also just a nice little preview. We also have a column or a tab here for deadest or kind of lowest active servers. There's about less than 10 on there that I'll point out. Strongest alliances, top lord power, top troop power, highest honor, most castle level 50s, right? These are some of the videos that I'm going to be coming out with throughout this week. So from all that talking, as always, before I go ahead, I'm just going to uncover everything and we'll go through it one by one, instead of kind of doing the one by one uncoverings that I was doing before. If you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell, and of course, if you want to join and be a part of our conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description down below. All right, so here we go with the big reveal. And I just think this is a nice way to kind of just let everyone know what's going on, and then we will talk about it. So here we go. A lot of stuff to look at, right? Before we do a super deep dive, let's look at some of the 4/1 stats, right? So this is kind of where some of our thresholds were at on the top. We had 38, 57, 78, 85, 16, right, for our top 5. Bottom 443, right, was kind of the bubble position there. We had a total of 9 new kingdoms last time. We had some ups, some downs, a couple unchanged, right? The range that we had was from server 6 to 100. Right? We had 4 that were 90 plus. That was kind of the newest range. We had a plus 107.4 ceiling, and then we had a plus 19.9 mil bubble. That's basically the power that has increased from the number 25 spot from the previous month. And then same thing here. Right, we had some kingdoms were really close to hitting a build power for their top 6 projected alliance power, and then we had the top 6 power range at 90.8 mil to 201. That's the range from the difference in power from number 1 to number 6. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and break down some of the new information that we have. So you can effortlessly see here already, right, we have 2 kingdoms, 57 and 38, that broke that 1 build power. Really close. You can see here there's about a 45 million difference between 1 and 2. Now, bear in mind, the stats were collected on the 12th over about a 10 to 12 hour period, just to give some context. And I went from server 1 all the way to server 145. So I believe that's where I ended up stopping. And then we look at what was the difference in these top 2 before, right? So you get 860, 895, 35 mil, right? So still really close, right? You can make the argument that because of the power increases, 45 is kind of still within the same margin. But then we look at, right, starting bottom up, we got server 121, they're new, right? 457, that's the new bubble spot. We got server 73, 115, 106. 106 and 115 are new as well, 73 unchanged. 66, they're down actually. They were ranked number 20, so it's not a big, they're only down 1 point, but they're still seeing a plus 16.3 mil increase. Same thing with server 73, still seeing a plus 14.4 mil increase. However, given it's been 3.5 months and we're only seeing like a small increase from the top 6, this typically to me still gives the indication that you're more than likely having players that are migrating out, but that they could be. But the overall power itself, is still increasing by some who've stayed, and maybe it's just the general power increase from the players that have shifted in alliances. Then we get to number 20, which is 138. They're new. Also the oldest kingdom on the list, right? Previously it was 100. We have server 97. They're unchanged, but they're seeing a plus 41.2 mil increase. Server 56 at number 18, they're up. They actually were ranked 25. So they're seeing a pretty big bump here from 25 to 18, right? You're looking about, what is that, an 8-spot, 7-spot increase. And they're also seeing a plus 82.8 mil. So you can tell they're getting migration players that are coming in. 97 probably getting a few, but 18, the first kingdom on the list that's really seeing more of some migration increases that are going on. Then we get to server 136. This is also I think it was a Survival of Cities event that happened there as well when they released that second newest region. They're new on the list. A second oldest kingdom, server 45. They're actually down from number 11, so they went down 5 spots, and they're the first kingdom that we're seeing a negative number on. And I think this actually should be a plus here, because now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering why. Everyone's like, well, boss, why are they negative? They're not negative. Right, but they're seeing a negative 28.6. I believe this is the only negative number that we have here on the list, but it's negative 28.6. So again, they're down. You can tell, again, based on where server 45 was, going down 5 positions. They've lost some people. I'm sure people have migrated out just given that. Then you have server 100 breaking into the top 15 now. They're unchanged, but they're seeing a plus 41.7 mil increase. Then we have server 116 at 14. They're new. Server 33 at position 13. They're up from number 14. They moved up 1 spot, and they're up 53 mil. So definitely getting some players that are coming in there. Then we get server 94. They're down. Previously were number 8. So they only moved down 4 spots. Not really too big of a jump. But they're also up plus 27 mil, right? So that probably screams a little bit more organic growth than it does, migration coming in. Then you have server 74. They're down from number 10, only 1 position, so not a big jump, but they're still plus 54.7 mil on increase. So probably getting some players here and there, so it's nice to see. Server 8, actually still in an okay position. Again, they're down 3 positions. They previously were number 7, but they're seeing a plus 84.1 mil increase. So it almost seems as though even though they're moving down, they're still seeing a decent resurgence in power. So I would argue and be interested to see where they are in the next data collection set if they end up increasing or improving any of their positions there. Then we end up going to server 49, and their position is number 9. And from there, they're number 49, looking at up from number 12. They're plus 132.4. There we go. Just had to get the full door closed there. So they're, again, looking at their plus at the 132.4. They're up from number 12. So they, again, moved up 3 spaces. And at the moment are seeing the largest increase thus far. So that actually, I think, is really cool, given that we're at least seeing a big bump there, kind of going into the top 9. And then you have the next here, number 8, which is server 52. They're up from 13, so they moved up 5 spots here, which is pretty good. They're plus 145 mil, so they're definitely getting more players. And you can tell that for those that are kind of at that 80 and above, and then we start kind of getting to the 100 above as we work our way. So these are, I think, are really good and cool stats to see here with the amount that is getting more of kind of that migration influx coming in, at least for these kingdoms that we're taking a look at. And then we go to number 8, which is server 52, right? So again, they're up 5 at plus 145 mil, so looking really good. Then we go to server 90. They're plus 177.8 mil, right? The largest so far. They're up from 17. They're actually seeing the largest position bump going up 10 spots. So that is pretty good. Definitely be on the lookout, I would say, for server 90 because they're climbing. Then we got server 16 at the number 6 position. They're down from number 5, but still seeing a plus 139.6 increase, which is nice. Then you have server 85. They're down from number 4. But they're still seeing a plus 198.5 mil increase. This is the largest so far on the numbers, and they only went down 1 position. So very small movement changes here for almost about the top 6 that we're noticing. Then you have number 70, Kingdom 71. They're the number 4 strongest. They moved up 2 positions here, and they saw the largest increase of power at plus 269.9 mil. So that's really cool to see. And then we have Kingdom 78 breaking into the top 3, or I should say as we break into the top 3. They're unchanged, but seeing the second largest power increase at 245.9 mil. And now we get to kind of our top 2 big bangers here, breaking into the 1 billion category. So shout outs here to Server 38 and 57. Server 38 number 2 now, they basically just swapped. They're plus 114.1, and then you have Server 57 as now your new number 1. They're plus 195.4. So you can see here the difference in the increase there is the fluctuation between pretty much what decided who was 1 and 2. However, I will say that, again, 78, 71, 85, man, they are coming. 78 and 71 definitely being really aggressive in their pluses, right? And if they keep these up in the next one, there's a good chance they might get close to 57 and 38. So, again, doing really good in their numbers. And it's one of those things to always kind of give a shout out to 79. You know, my last kingdom that I ran for about 5 months, it was so close to being here, and I have no doubt in my mind that we effortlessly would, as I just felt, again, a little nostalgic mention, if you will. And then we just get to some of the little miscellaneous notes, right? 6 new kingdoms. The range now is 8 to 138. Previously it was 6 to 100. You have 6 kingdoms that are from 106 plus. The new high ceiling is plus 159.8. That means that's the increase from what the previous new ceiling was for the number 1 kingdom, and now this is how much that's increased. The new bubble plus 13.9. The power range between these kingdoms from their number 1 alliance to the number 6 alliance is between 81.6 on the low end and then 255.3 mil on the high end, right? So still pretty large, but some of the lower ones, you know, I will say from when I went around and looked, did look nice. And then we have, again, the 2 kingdoms that are 1 bill plus at this point. So yeah, that pretty much rounds out our top 25 servers in the game right now. Again, it is always so fascinating and awesome to see the increases. I mean, at least with where the game is at the moment, this to me is the part of the game that at least when it comes to covering and putting out content for, I am the most passionate about right now. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you expect some of the changes, or is anything catch you guys off guard? Were you hoping to maybe see more new kingdoms? Are you shocked at how high the range is now? Let me know anything and everything down there below. That's it for me. Until next time, we'll catch you guys later.